President Alasanne Ouattara took office in 2011, promising stability after civil war. Early years brought economic growth and international support, but optimism faded. Accusations of authoritarianism and controversial constitutional changes grew. Many Ivorians, especially youth, felt left behind by uneven economic progress. Dissent was met with crackdowns, opposition voices were silenced. Discontent simmered within the military, though grievances remained unclear. Political restrictions and economic hardship created a volatile mix. Tensions with Burkina Faso escalated, with mutual accusations of destabilization. In April 2025, Burkina Faso claimed to foil a coup plot allegedly linked to Ivory Coast. These incidents highlighted regional mistrust and fragile security. The stage was set for sudden upheaval in Ivory Coast. Old grievances and new pressures converged, making change seem inevitable. The country braced for what would come next. In the early hours of May 23, 2025, military convoys rolled through Abidjan. The city fell silent as soldiers seized key state institutions, RTI, Parliament, and the presidential palace. Life ground to a halt. Uncertainty gripped the streets. State television went dark, fueling rumors and fear. When broadcasts resumed, a military spokesperson announced, "The president has been removed, a new transition begins." Colonel Ibrahim Doumbia, previously unknown to most, emerged as the coup's leader. His swift, coordinated actions left little doubt about the military's control. The coup was bloodless but decisive. Soldiers loyal to Doumbia secured the city, blocking access to government buildings. The era of Ouattara ended overnight, replaced by uncertainty. Details about Doumbia's background trickled out, but his motives remained unclear. The world watched as Ivory Coast's political landscape shifted dramatically. The nation awoke to a new reality, one shaped by the military's sudden intervention. The question on everyone's mind: what comes next? The coup's speed and precision stunned both Ivorians and international observers. Ivory Coast entered a new, unpredictable chapter. After the coup, President Ouattara vanished from public view. Rumors swirled, house arrest, exile, or worse, but nothing was confirmed. The military junta quickly asserted control, suspending the constitution and detaining ministers. Colonel Doumbia, now head of the National Committee for the Salvation of the People, addressed the nation. He promised stability and justified the coup as necessary for national salvation. The country was under military rule, awaiting clarity on the transition's direction. Doumbia's sudden rise left Ivorians and the world questioning his intentions. The junta's first hours were critical. Order was maintained, but uncertainty reigned. State institutions were paralyzed. The power vacuum was quickly filled by the military. The international community demanded answers, but the junta moved cautiously. Doumbia's leadership would be tested immediately, by internal pressures and external pressures. The nation's fate now rested in the hands of a little-known colonel and his committee. All eyes were on their next move. Ivory Coast's future hung in the balance. News of the coup split public opinion. Some celebrated, others feared renewed instability. Memories of past conflict haunted many Ivorians. International condemnation was swift. The African Union and France demanded a return to constitutional order. ECOWAS threatened sanctions, signaling zero tolerance for coups. The junta faced immediate diplomatic isolation. Business groups voiced concern over economic disruption, and civil society groups worried about human rights. Investment stalled, uncertainty clouded the future. Civil society worried about freedoms under military rule. The junta's legitimacy depended on its next steps. Regional dynamics and international pressure intensified. Ivorians adopted a wait-and-see approach, hoping for peace. The world watched, wary of another prolonged crisis in West Africa. Colonel Doumbia, once head of an elite military unit, was a mystery to most Ivorians. His military credentials were strong, but his political vision was untested. In his first address, Doumbia pledged elections within 6 months and a peaceful transition. He claimed the coup was bloodless and necessary to prevent chaos. The junta promised national reconciliation and urged calm. Such promises are common after coups. Implementation is the real test. Doumbia must unite a divided military and win public trust. He faces economic challenges, possible sanctions, and diplomatic pressure. Military authority alone won't suffice. Ivory Coast needs political skill and genuine reform. The world will scrutinize every move for signs of real change. Can Doumbia deliver on his promises? The coming weeks will reveal his true intentions. For now, hope and skepticism coexist. The nation waits for action, not just words. Ivory Coast stands at a crossroads after the coup. Will Doumbia's junta deliver a true democratic transition or entrench military rule? Free, fair elections could heal divisions and restore stability, if promises are kept. But history warns that power seized by force is rarely surrendered easily. The risk of prolonged military rule and international isolation is real. The first weeks will be decisive. Concrete steps toward democracy are essential. Regional coups in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso cast a long shadow. International actors must balance pressure with support for stability. The fate of Ivory Coast depends on the junta's unity, civil society's resilience, and diplomatic efforts. Ivorians hope for peace and a new beginning. The world waits to see if this upheaval brings lasting change, or more uncertainty. That's our match analysis. What did you think of the game? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more football content. Thanks for watching.